it's Heather from Strings and Threads. Welcome to my channel and thank you so much for being here. Today's Wearable Wednesday, and I made up Wearable Wednesday because I wanted to get more comfortable making wearables. I haven't really been very good at being able to make something and making something that was going to be my size. So I was hoping with some practice I could get better and kind of expand what I'm making. And especially for myself, I would love to be able to make some decent sweaters and stuff that I would like to wear for myself. So I started working, I think last week I talked about the pattern. It's called Cowl Vest. Here's how it looks. And I think it's really pretty. My worry is what my worry always is with these kind of things, like even in catalogs or online. My worry is that they have somebody with the perfect body modeling it. And so then I either get it or I make it and it fits me, but I don't like the way it looks on me because I don't have that same body. So we'll see how this turns out. I did start it. It takes Caron Simply Soft. For me, for my size, or according to them, for my size, I need 4 of contrast A color and 3 of contrast B color. And so I made the back panel this week, and there's some good things and some bad things to say about it. So here's, I'll see if I can maybe step up and show you how the whole panel looks. It actually goes this way. There is a spot where the armholes come out a little bit. It's really hard to tell. I mean, even for me, it's hard to tell because they only made one increase to show you where the armholes go. So I don't know if you could tell, but right here on this side and then right here on this side. So the good thing, it feels really good. You hold 3 strands of that together, 2 of the main color and 1 of the contrasting B, 2 of contrasting A, 1 of contrasting B. This is really thick, really stretchy, and it feels really soft and it feels really good. The stitch is very pretty. I do like the stitch that they're doing. They're doing a single crochet V stitch, but you go into, as you're increasing the rows, you go into the front loop only of the chain that goes between the 2 single crochets in the V stitch. If I just said that too fast, you can feel free to look at the pattern for yourself. And that's something I did forget. I'm listing the pattern in the description. And if you'd like to make it with me, that's fine. I'm not on any kind of deadline. I'm not saying every month I'm doing a new one. I'm just going to do one until it's finished and then find something else to work on until it's finished. This is a project that I don't want to put a lot of pressure on myself to have to finish really fast. So this week though, the stitches work up really fast. So this week I was able to do the full back panel. But the bad news is that it's not going to be long enough. I know that for sure. And that's not the fault of the gauge of my stitches. I did check my gauge, but aside from that, they go by measurements more than stitches for the rows, for the length. For the width, I'm not even sure that it's going to be wide enough. I've held it up and I think it's going to be close, and it might be a little tighter than I would care to wear it. If you look at the picture, it's not a big baggy sweater, but I don't think that it's skin tight against her either. And also lengthwise, you know, it's not super long, but if I were to keep it this length, which I'm going to make it per the directions first and then see if I can make adjustments when I'm done. But if I keep it this length, it will be showing my belly, and believe me, nobody wants that. So it says for my size to go until it's 10.5 inches from the armhole to the bottom of the sweater. And maybe I'm just overreacting. That's why I'm going to put it all together first and see if maybe it does come together nicer than I'm expecting. And maybe this is why I always have trouble with wearables. But believe me, I'm just going to do to the pattern, and then from there, I guess I should freak out. I'm kind of freaking out a little bit, but because I really think it's pretty and I wanted to make it right. I went as far as the 3XL size, which says to go to 11 inches, and it still was short. So if I hold it up to my shoulders in the back, it really barely reaches to my belly button, barely. And maybe when it's sewn together, maybe everything comes together nicely, but I don't typically wear a 3XL. Typically I'm an XL. So going with the biggest size still didn't seem long enough. So we'll see how it goes. If it is that short when I'm done, then I would say that's a flaw in the pattern and not my gauge, because I went by the measurements, not by how many rows. They didn't say for XL do this many rows. They say keep doing this pattern for 10.5 inches. So maybe they just weren't sure what the sizes were, but we'll see. Maybe I'm off too. I don't mind, you know, correcting myself and saying, oh, I just was freaking out over nothing. And believe me, it would make me happy, because I would love for this to fit me nicely, because it's so pretty. I went with the 2 sizes that Walmart had, or not 2 sizes, 2 colors that Walmart had when I went to pick out my yarn. So I went to Walmart, Caron Super Soft, or Simply Soft. They only had 2 colors available, and that was the green and white. So you might not be able to see the white too well, because that's my contrast B color. But there's how the colors look, and I think it's pretty. So thanks for coming along on this journey with me, and maybe it will work out, maybe it won't. I'm hoping that if it doesn't, I'll be able to modify it in some way. I hope you have a great night, and I'll see you tomorrow for Things We're Making Thursday. Bye.